all realities have shattered. The entities responsible for shaping their individual worlds have come together into a new, broken, and brittle place. Conflicts abound, and you, Scion, have the monumental task of restoring the balance. But how are you to unite these entities without understanding what they were before Calamity? Welcome to Chronicles of Yesteryear. Shamash, the Flames of Truth. Shamash was the Mesopotamian god of the sun. Every day he was awoken by his wife, Aya, the goddess of dawn. He then departed from the eastern mountain, riding his solar chariot across the sky until he reached the western mountain to be reunited with his wife. This solar chariot of Shamash's was an impressive vehicle. It didn't carry the sun like some other pantheons would. It is the sun. It was pulled across the sky by four beasts, usually depicted by some kind of horse. I will have their Sumerian names on screen. Translated, these names mean the abundant light of heaven, the terrifying light of heaven, the dreadful great light of heaven, the noble light of heaven. No wonder no one messes with Shamash. His daily grind is riding the sun and tending to some apocalyptic level beasts. The sun's rays from Shamash illuminated the earth and heaven alike, revealing the deeds of mortals and deities. Shamash, from his high vantage point, saw it all. Due to this, he was entrusted with the mantle of primary god of justice as well. He was assisted from time to time by other gods, but many gods could not pass judgment without Shamash present. Shamash was a benevolent god, his judgment fair and his wisdom respected across the entire Mesopotamian pantheon. He was known even to show mercy upon those who asked for it. Travelers prayed to Shamash for protection. While high in the sky, Shamash was known to intervene on behalf of these individuals to prevent misfortune. He is not known to be wrathful and really seemed to care about the people. The Code of Hammurabi is said to have been given to King Hammurabi by Shamash himself. While the code is not perfect, it clearly outlines the punishment for crimes. This is very much in line with the character of Shamash. You receive your punishment and then you are free to go with no lasting resentment or anger. Shamash, with his brother Adad, the god of storms, were also regarded as the god of divinations. With all of his wisdom and knowledge of past events, predicting the future would have been child's play to Shamash. Now, the method of divination was strange to say the least. People from all over were taught by the god brothers to predict the future by studying the entrails of sacrificed animals. Yeah, you just like poke around in a sheep liver to figure out if it's gonna rain tomorrow or if your wife still loved you. Weird stuff, man. Considering the duties, responsibilities, and reputation of Shamash, it is easy to consider him the head of the Mesopotamian gods, as some people did. However, this is not the case. The head of the pantheon is Anu, the Sky Father. However, Anu has very little to do with the day-to-day life of humans, and is worshipped very little as a result, leading to this misunderstanding. Shamash is just a cool dude that people liked. There are no myths that center around Shamash. He's in many myths surrounding other characters, but he's playing more of a support role in these myths. Most famously, he is the patron deity of Gilgamesh. When Gilgamesh was engaged in battle with the ogre-like creature Humbaba, Shamash is said to have sent 13 winds to bind the beast, allowing Gilgamesh to capture and ultimately slay him. It is believed that Shamash rests that night. However, there are accounts of him traveling across the underworld sky in a similar fashion as he does the day sky. Some accounts say that while traveling across this nether sky, he is said to fight monsters of the underworld. Along with him being the god of justice, it's not hard to imagine him having some kind of bigger role in the underworld as well. At times, he is depicted in clay, fighting other gods. being them rebellious mountain gods, or maybe a metaphor for how the day and night fight over the sky. We will not know for sure until the launch of GodForge, but I imagine Shamash is one of those beings that will lament the loss of life from the shattering the most. He will likely miss his people. I imagine him being one of the gods that openly accepts mortals fighting alongside him. I can see him being a type of father figure to these type of characters or other characters as well. I think his kit really reflects his character as well. His basic ability name is a reference to his chariot that he rides across the sky and a common symbol for him. His core ability name is a title fitting for the character, while his ultimate ability is a reference to the sun, as well as his tendency to intervene on the behalf of travelers. I like to think of his ultimate as a divine protection to avoid misfortune. I know mechanically it's a revive, but I like to imagine it more as he sees lethal attack incoming and prevents it while bolstering the team to prevent further close calls. His passive is the weakest named of the bunch. It's a reference to him being a sun god and considering how many different prayers to Shamash have been found in real life. So I guess he would be blazing in divinity, but I think it's really just to round out the rest of his kit and make it make sense. As for the future of this character, I think there are a few ways they can go with this. I think the most interesting thing would be the interplay of various trickster gods. I imagine that if he has all of his powers to see the truth, that Loki would absolutely hate this character, as he'd be almost untrickable at this point. I could see plot points where Shamash thinks he knows everything, but because of his godhood being stripped away by the shattering, that Loki's actually able to trick him and he never sees that coming, or a trickster god could trick everyone around them and turn them against Shamash, right? As if you can't trick the guy in the center, like trick his followers. Another interesting plot point I could see in the future is maybe a sun god reunion between, like, I think of Ra and Shamash and how different their personalities are. While part of Ra is benevolent and gives, the light of the sky like Shamash does and helps crops grow and whatnot, there is a very angry side to Ra that I don't think Shamash would like that much. So I'd like to see them meet as well. And of course, there are going to be gods of the underworld as well. I think that Shamash will have a place in that plot point as well, if they so desired. All in all, I think Shamash is a cool character, great addition to the game. Next time, we're going to be covering Lady Jacques. We'll start with Lady Jacques and then move to the other two. If you have anything else to add about Shamash, or if you'd like to see a character after the starters, leave a comment down below, and like and subscribe really helps me out a lot. Thank you a lot, and I'll see you next time.